All right, everybody. Welcome back for another round of quarterfinals here at the beautiful ONEIDA Casino and Hotel in Green Bay, Wisconsin. This is Sean Denny. I'm joined in the booth by Ashley Benoit. How you doing, Ashley?
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you again.
Been a long time. It's been, what, 6 hours?
Just about, yeah.
Right.
So we got Bean Meng-Hsia versus Amber Chia-Hua Chen.
This should be a really good one. If you had to pick one going into it, who do you think gets there?
I think Amber.
You think Amber?
Yeah.
She's been playing some pretty sporty pool all week, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has. Maybe like 7-5. It's a race to 8, right? Like 8-5, 8-6, I would say.
All right. I think I would agree with you, but I'm rooting for a Hill-Hill match.
Oh, always root for Hill-Hill. It's most exciting.
All right. The players are approaching the table, and we are off. The lag is always so important in an event like this with alternating break. Bean has hit it really well. Amber has come up a tad bit short. I think Bean actually almost froze it to the rail.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
So she will have the first break, and most importantly, if it does go Hill-Hill, she will have the last. What do you think about the event so far?
I think it is amazing so far. I love the tables. They are a little slow, but I prefer on the slower side.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to shooting at Snookers in Providence, and they have the slower cloth there, so I like to be able to stroke the ball a little bit more.
Right, let your stroke out as much as you can.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to get into that habit of just roll, and then when you need to fire something, it's you chicken wing it.
Right. This will be the last match on this table. After this, every match will be played in the Schuler-Bauer Arena on table 1.
The what arena?
The Schuler-Bauer Real Estate Services Arena.
I just wanted to hear you say it again.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Michelle Mattingly Griffin, she is a big part of the WPBA, and she is also the Louisville Pool Mom. That is the real estate company that she works for. If you ever want to move, sell your house or buy a house, she has you covered no matter where you are. All right. Looks like a good break. 10 ball went right into the side pocket.
Stripes is looking pretty good here as long as you can get underneath those at 13 and 14 there.
Yep. I would have to agree with you. I think you take care of the 15 first, go up for the 11 and the 12, and then make your way on down to take care of everything else.
And she's looking at the angle she needs to get on this 12 ball to get. There are so many different paths you can take in 8 ball too. It's like you can try to predict as much as you want, but everybody's got their own way of doing it.
Yeah, commentating 8 ball is a lot like commentating one pocket. You really just have to throw 4 or 5 different options out there and see which one the player picks.
She might have enough to stun this. I can't tell from this angle. Do we have a side view here? Nah.
Yeah, she came up a little bit short on the 11, but she does have the 12.
Okay, so she's going to try and come 2 rails through here. She might just try and bump into one of those balls off of the 9, try and leave herself the 9 off of this 11 here.
This is a very touchy shot.
Very tight window here. But it's so satisfying when you hit it, though.
Needs it to slow down, doesn't want to get hooked behind the 3.
I think she can see it. She's okay. So Kristina Zloteva takes the first rack on the other table. Quick game over there.
And while I was
Yeah, we
doing
missed something. How did she just scratch there?
I don't know, but the 9 and the 2 are in completely different locations than they were. She might have accidentally kicked underneath the 9. I don't know, but Amber has a really good chance here.
It's going to take the 4 in the side. Or the 5 in the corner.
I think personally I like taking the 4 first.
If it goes.
It might not, though. She is taking the 5.
Did you 6 roll up for the 4-3?
She might take the 3 now. There is a couple different options.
Yeah.
I do like the play on the 6 as well.
I feel like if you play the 3 here, you have to draw back. With the 6, you can just follow it forward. It's a little bit easier of a shot.
Yeah.
She's going to still roll this forward and play... what next? Ooh, she stroked it.
Yeah, she's gotten really good on both the 1 and the 4. She can kind of take her pick. At some point, she is going to have to go back up table a little bit and take care of the 1. I kind of like taking care of it now. It's a little bounce off the rail and got it.
I think 6, 2, then 1.
Yeah, if she can just kind of stop her cue ball where it's at off the 6, it'll give her a nice angle.
2 ball first for her. Oh, well, she had the nice window there to come back and forth. I don't know if she could do that without hitting those balls. That was a really nice shot.
Yeah, she's going to have to elevate a little bit here because she would be going into that little cluster of stripes if not. She's knocked that one down well. All right, Ashley, what's your positional play here?
I like force following it with some right hand spin. Try to shorten it off that bottom rail.
Okay.
Try and come just 2 rails down to the 8 in the corner. She draw it? She did. That was a nice stroke there.
Yeah, it had to be
Tricky to avoid the side pocket on that one.
I say I had to be very cognizant of where the cue ball was going. It was always going to track towards the side. All right, that 8 ball to break, serve, and take a 1-0 lead. She will also be breaking. It is alternate break for those of you just tuning in. The players are playing on a shot clock. The shot clock is 60 seconds after the initial break, 40 seconds for every subsequent shot thereafter. If the match does go hill-hill, they will each get 2 40-second extensions. I'm not quite sure what the conversation between the players and the referee was. Maybe if they take a break, I can go down and be a little nosy and find out for you guys.
This is Chinese Taipei versus Australia here. It's crazy how in the first round of the 16 matchups, the 4 Taipei players were playing each other.
Yeah. At least they knew they were guaranteed to advance at least 2. But
2 to the final 8, yeah.
it is kind of unfortunate that they traveled all the way over here and just ended up having to play each other in the first round of the knockouts.
It's like how it was when all the Americans were matched up the first round of the matches on Friday.
Yeah.
It was me and Caroline, and then you had Sophia and Kennedy, and you had April and who else? Who did April play?
I can't remember, but I can pull it up.
Lonnie.
Lonnie, that's right.
Yeah.
How could I forget the voice of the WPBA? I apologize, Lonnie, if you watch this back.
So sorry. Brain fart moment.
I will say this, I've said it in almost every stream. The field in this tournament is just full of monsters.
Now, she's got an easier shot on this 11, but with it hanging and that 4 ball where it is, she does not want to take it too early just in case she does not manage to run out, since she took her only defense away.
Really nice shot there.
Very nice.
And she's tied up the 6 and the 7 as kind of a bonus.
I like kind of just playing the 12, brushing off the top of the 3, and then 11, and then 15 in the side.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's going for the combo or if she's trying to squeeze it by.
Yeah, I think the 11 had too much of the pocket block to try and make it cleanly, so I think she's played it really nicely, though.
She did. That 15 came off of that ball nice.
She'll have this, and then if she gets good on the 12, it's relatively easy position from the 12 to the 8. She's come up well short. She wanted to be right in the middle of the table.
She should be able to avoid this 3. She just wants to come off the rail and then back down to center table.
Very nicely done. Might have overran it a touch. She has.
Just run this ball with a little bit of outside and she should be fine. Oh, she's going for the bank. She's like, if I play at pocket speed, she's still got the balls tied up on the rail. There's not really anything close to it to help with the breakout. So if she lets Bean back to the table, there's a good shot she's got another chance. As long as she hits this pocket speed and blocks it.
Oh, no.
Oh, she got a little fortunate that that did not fall.
I am kind of surprised at the pace that she played that one.
Me too. I like playing those banks pocket speed just because with the balls on that rail, if she blocks it, she's going to make Bean work that much harder to get out. And that's a lot of pressure having the 8 ball hanging and being forced to run out.
I think Bean's actually got a decent chance here to knock the 6 and 7 loose. Looks like there was something she didn't like about it when she was analyzing the way that they're stacked together.
There might even be a chance she doesn't have to break it out. The way it's angled, she could possibly play it off the rail, off the 8, and into the pocket.
Yeah, if the 8's over far enough towards the pocket, that is definitely an option. And if they're frozen together, she can also twist one of them.
She's going to try to break it out right here. Nope, I think she's going to play my shot. It looked like she was going to it. I'm curious what she's planning now. I don't know if she knows if she wants to go for the safe.
She's eyeing something up. Really taking her time on this shot. I can't say I blame her. She's already trailing 1-0. Has to make sure that she plays this smart. She has called for extension.
Oof. I don't think she wanted it there.
That's going to be tough action for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really a good way to break that ball out.
I mean, Bean still has advantage this rack because if Amber gives her ball in hand, she can play the 6 off of the 8 and bump it out of there if she plays it at a decent speed. Or she's just going to take her chance and try and tie up a couple of her balls. I don't think it worked out too well, though.
I think that was a really smart play, though, putting the 2 over on the rail, because now Bean has to be cognizant about where her next shot's going to come from.
Yes. All right, well now she can just play a safe here with the 4 ball. Nice, just a little tap.
Just a little tappy tap.
Tappy tap.
Didn't want it to leak out that much. She is definitely not thrilled with that result.
No, especially because she just tied up a couple of her balls again.
I don't know if she can see enough of it, but if she can, the straight back bank down here in the bottom left-hand corner at pocket speed is ideal.
I don't think she can see the whole ball.
I think she can only see the left-hand side of it.
And if she can, I would just... Oh, she's going to kick at it, so I don't think she can seize any piece of it she wants to hit.
Really good effort.
Every time I try to go 1 or 2 rails at something, I seem to always manage to go around it like that.
Yeah,
Isn't it crazy
it
how
is
that happens?
wild. You get so close, and then you're just like, oh, no, not today. All right, just a little stop shot here. Oh, she drew back and broke him out. Really nice shot there. Feel like she wanted to punch out a little bit more off the 4, but she should be fine here.
Used the whole pocket on that one.
For sure. Very nice shot. Good cue ball control. You will see a lot of amateurs, they will try to play that cue ball all the way over off the long rail and back out. Looking good here to knot the score back up at 1 apiece.
All right, 1-1. And Jasmine is currently up 2-1 over Kristina Zlateva, getting ready to break. My prediction at the final 16 was a Cheska and Jasmine final.
Was it?
It was.
I had a couple different picks. I had Kristina making it, and then I also had Kristina Tkach and Kristina Zlateva. I wanted to see a battle of the Kristinas in the final. The top side of the bracket definitely looked like it was a little bit on the easier side compared to, or the bottom side of the bracket looked like it was a little bit easier compared to the top.
I mean, in the final 16, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Bain is still really struggling with her break. Can't quite seem to get the ball behind the head ball to fall on the side.
She made a ball on the break her first rack.
All right, what do you like here, Ashley?
I was just thinking about that. Personally, I definitely like stripes better.
Yeah, because of where the 6 and the 10 are.
Yes. I mean, even though you've got those 2 balls tied up, you've got the 2 balls down table to break it out.
Yeah, I think she's going to go for it right there.
And she should be out. I don't foresee any more issues.
The 15 leads back up into the middle of the table if she wants it to.
I think she should take this 14 now. Use the 8, bump into the 8 to stop the cue ball or follow it up.
All right.
Yeah, so 12, 10. I don't know how she plans to get from the 15 to the 11 just yet.
I think she's taking the
taking
15
it
now. And I do like this play.
I do too. Beautiful speed control there.
Yeah, these players have definitely adjusted well to these tables. They are a first-generation table from Olhausen. They do play great. They are a touch slower, like Ashley was talking about at the beginning of this match. I think the players have really done a great job making sure that they've put enough time in to get the right adjustments out.
Shocked. She must be able to come down for the 11 in the opposite corner.
Yeah, if she's got the right angle on it, she can just kind of drop down a little bit below the 4. If not, you might see her draw back.
The path she's taking where she's leaving the cue ball, she's giving herself multiple shots every time to try and see what the best angles to play the balls at. It's actually quite interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It was a tough battle for me, that last one.
Really nice out there. Which table did you play your last one on? Was it 5?
Table 5,
yeah.
yep.
Okay. I was about to say if it was live streamed.
Yeah, I couldn't find my break on that table. We were both coming up try a lot.
Oh, really?
Until she had 2 break-in runs towards the end.
Yeah, I got to swing out there and watch the last little bit of it. I noticed earlier in the tournament you were using a second ball break, and then whenever I was watching you in that last match, you kind of moved the cue ball around to a couple different spots to try and figure it out.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out. I couldn't get it. The second ball break was not working for me on that table.
Still, really nice showing.
Thank you.
I know it's not the result you were wanting, but 17th isn't a bad result at all in a field like this.
No, not at all. It's just when I was supposed to win 7-5, and I just didn't take that last final breath on that 4 ball. I got perfect on the 8 and hung the 4 to win 7-5. And then she ran out, and then I broke dry, and then she ran out, and it was over.
Yep. That's what the emotional support pickle was for.
Yes.
All right, the referee was able to get the template rack off the table without marking a ball. What do you like here, Ashley?
I like stripes.
Yeah.
I like stripes. She can make this 11 ball. I think there's enough distance for her to just kind of float it over. Maybe play the 10 next.
What's your plan for the 12?
Use the 9 to get under it. It goes in
Either corner.
both corners. I don't like playing the 15 now just because that's your breakout ball.
For the 3 and 13?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she's taking it.
Oh no, she's missed
she
it.
overdot it. I think Bean's gonna try and make that same ball.
Just a quick update on the other table. It looks like Jasmine Ocean has taken a 3-1 lead over Kristina Zliteva. It was a really nice breakout.
Beautiful breakout shot. She's a little straight on it. I like drawing all the way back down table now to play that 9 and then the 12 ball. I like playing the 13, drawing all the way down, 9 ball, 12 ball, 15-8. I think she's going to try and cheat this a little and come out for the 15.
She
Just enough.
used every bit of it.
Every inch of that puck, every centimeter.
She got a lot further out than she wanted to as well. She was wanting a little bit of a back cut. think she's going to be just fine, though. Just roll this all the way down.
Perfect. All right, Sean is going to do something real quick, so it's just me for the next minute or two. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, Sean is back. So Bean hung 12 ball coming up table.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really unfortunate. And it's in a position where you can actually get this 5 ball to force follow it in.
Yeah.
It's sitting almost perfect for it. Now, I do think she'll be just fine getting on the bottom side of, or on the top side of it too, and playing the 5 all the way down in the 1 in the right corner. You never really want to hedge your bets on trying to force follow another ball in.
I think she can get there with this 11 ball. She can get right into that little window.
Yeah, she's fallen almost perfect on it, hasn't she?
She really has. If she wants, she can even try and just carom that 12 in.
Yeah, she doesn't have to worry about scratching. It would take an almost perfect hit on the 12 for the cue ball to follow it in. I don't even think she's going to get it all the way there. Doesn't want to be on the rail. She should be fine, though.
Yeah, she's gotta just try and roll this pocket speed. She doesn't want too much angle on this 5. Oh.
That was an interesting choice.
Interesting choice.
I actually do kind of like it, though, because I think she can get the cue ball to go all the way back up table off the 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she just kind of fell weirdly in between those balls where she had a back cut either way.
Yep.
That was a beautiful shot.
Great speed. A little bit of a back cut here, but shouldn't be any problem whatsoever.
It's nice. Follow it up. Play the 8 in the side. Just like that.
All right, just like that, Amber takes a 3-1 lead over Bean.
I'm not sure why the digital pool score isn't updating.
Occasionally,
There it goes. I just don't think they were doing it before.
Yeah, sometimes the players will forget that they do have 2 separate scores that they're keeping track of. One for in the arena and then one for everyone else viewing at home. For those of y'all asking, the number in parentheses next to the player's name, that is the race. That is the amount of games that they have to win the match. There's just a little clerical error on Amber's digital pool name, so we got that fixed. It is corrected now. Alright, Bean has switched to the other. Was she breaking from this side of the table?
Yeah, she was on the opposite side the last break.
The 1 ball's come short. It's going to be highly unfortunate.
Another dry break.
The 10 and the 15 look a little bit messy. We'll examine the rest of the table whenever the referee is able to remove the template.
I think Jasmine just got another one. I think she's leading 4-1 now.
Really not any good opening shots either way. The 13 all the way down the rail isn't bad. She looks like she's eyeing the 6 ball all the way down here in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't blame her. I do prefer the solids myself.
Alright, table 1 over there is taking a short break. Yeah, you definitely wanted solids there. Just a tough opening shot.
I think we'll see Bean start with the 1 here.
Next time, maybe help. Maybe.
All right, nice little draw right there.
Great pull to get to that tricky 3 ball.
I think the rest of the rack kind of runs itself.
Yeah, she can get down, play the 4 in the side, or the 6. I don't know which one she's trying to get to.
Yeah, she has so many different options.
Yeah.
She could stay up, go down. I do like the way she's playing it. I think she's got either option here, 6 or 4. I assume she'll take the 4.
I haven't gotten to interact with Amber at all, really, but everybody that I know has said she is adorable and is a sweetheart. Have you interacted with her?
Really, the only time I interacted with her was she was on one of the stream tables and I was doing commentary and I asked her name, and that was about it. In tournaments like this, I really try to leave the players that are still in it alone as much as possible, unless I have a decent relationship with them. Like you, I'll come give you a hard time here and there when I know you're not in a match, but
He loves to do that.
it's just in my nature. I can't help it. It's all in good fun, though, and you return the favor, so. All right, 7 to the 4 or the 5, either one. The 4 it will be.
Yeah, 4 stop shot, 2 ball, 5 ball, 8 ball in the side. Or in the corner. I mean, I like... Yeah, I think she's looking at it. This is a pretty... Just stop, stop, stop.
It's playing tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe. Yeah, so since I didn't make it to the single elimination, I decided to sign up for the memorial tournament in the next room over.
The Roy Skinador Memorial.
Yeah, the Dr. Poole tournament. Doing well so far. My second round didn't even show up.
Really?
Yeah, I won my first, and then my second round forfeited.
How many players are in it?
In the high bracket, I think there's only 22.
That is less than ideal. Okay, so they're doing a split bracket style, I guess?
No, there's completely different tournaments. There's
Okay.
a lower, a middle, and an upper. I'm in the upper.
Gotcha.
But I'm on the opposite side of the bracket from both April and Sarah and Elise.
Oh, so you've got the easier side is what I'm hearing?
A little bit, yeah. I think I've got the easier side. I don't want to jinx myself. I mean, I still got work to do. But I don't play again until 11:30.
It's going to be a long night. And then
Yes.
you said you leave tomorrow for Quincy, is that correct?
Yes.
What time are you leaving?
Whenever we're finished.
Are you sticking around for the end of this tournament?
I don't know. I'm heading there with April. April's my ride, so
Gotcha.
whenever she decides to leave.
That's definitely good company to keep. April is such a sweetheart. I was hoping to get her in the booth a little bit this week, but whenever y'all are still in the tournament, obviously we don't want to ask you to do this. Lonnie's just feels... She feels like she has to, and we were like, we can get it covered without you. And she was like, nope, I'm in it.
She's got to be involved.
I was like, okay. I was really impressed with the showing of the Americans, though. I mean, what did we have?
We
Four or
had
five?
four of us in the final. 4 of us cashed.
Yep. I think, without showing too much bias, the American I was most proud of was definitely Jordan Helfrey.
Yes.
She did so well this tournament. Made it all the way to the last match on the winner's side. Unfortunately lost that one and then couldn't quite get the job done in the round of 32.
Yeah, it was tough. No, round of 24.
My bad.
Yeah, after she beat Bean, which was awesome, by the way, she broke and ran to beat her. And so after she beat Bean, she had to play Rita Chow. And then she unfortunately lost to Rita and then had to play who on the B side? She had to play another monster. Was it Wei Wei?
I think it was Wei. I know she played on this table.
Yep, keep going.
Yep. Definitely not the easiest draws after you made it all the way on the winner's side.
Yeah, tough action. This tournament was so tough. You had to try and get a good draw to just even get going. There's so many killers in this field. There were some killers who unfortunately didn't even cash. Players like Alol or Savannah.
Yeah, Sophia.
No,
Sophia
Sophia
cashed.
cashed.
She was one of the last 4 Americans standing.
Or Maite. Players like Brianna. Yeah, there's such a strong field, man.
It is definitely a world championship caliber field.
And it's crazy to think how many more of the killers aren't here.
Yeah. I mean, Allison's not here. There's a couple
Sim
more.
Simming Chen, Rubelin, Han Yu.
I was really impressed with Margaret's showing earlier against Christina.
Yes.
That was almost a clinic, I would say.
Kind of let her back in there in a little bit, but she closed out strong.
And I'm a little biased because Christina lives 25, 30 minutes away from me. I was really rooting for her, but, I mean, I thought she was one of the favorites in the field, obviously. I mean...
Oh, yeah, for sure. She's been dominating, like, almost every event.
Margaret really just caught a gear on her and let it rip. Got to talk to Tyler a little bit in the last couple days.
Yeah, also 8-ball is a completely different game to rotation, you know. There's different favorites are going to emerge.
Absolutely. And with all the hay-ball events and the Chinese 8-ball tournaments going on over in that region, this is a relatively newer game for all the Asian players. Give them a couple years of playing hay-ball and Chinese 8-ball, and they're going to be absolute monsters.
I like this 13 here. Draw back a little bit for the 10 and then try to come across for the 14 to the 11. Just hit this with some top, come right back across.
Are you trying to play with maybe a touch of inside to get it to spin up more?
It depends.
Or maybe outside?
No, I wouldn't put outside on this. I would just hit it some top center. Yeah, she hit it beautifully.
Done very well there.
Oh, hi, Irving. Yes, I will see you in Quincy. Seven-hour drive from where we are.
That's not too terrible.
No, and I've got April, and I think Kennedy is going to be in the car too, so.
Oh, y'all be plenty entertained, that's for sure. Question is, who's going to have the aux?
Oh, April.
Is she the best DJ out of the three of you?
It's April. Come on. Is that even a question? I don't think they like my music anyway.
No, that's fair. Normally people don't like mine either.
No, I'm a hard rock metal girl. Not everybody's cup of tea.
I got to pick one song on the drive up here with Kyle and Matt, and it was a Slaughter to Prevail song, and they said, nope, no more.
Nope, no more.
Alex Terrible is one of my favorite vocalists. Him and Will Ramos, top two, for sure.
I like a lot of the newer stuff that's been coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Beartooth and Wage War and.
Yeah. Bad Omens.
Yep,
yeah.
I love Bad Omens. Sleep Token.
Sleep Token's another really good one.
I love Sleep Token.
I'm very much. I think we're gonna take a break real quick.
Oh, okay.
So we'll let you guys hang out for a minute, and we'll be right back with you.
Alright, Sean, go went to grab us a couple waters real quick. We are back in action here. Bean is breaking. Currently tied 3-3. Jasmine is just not giving Christina anything here. I think Christina missed another 8-ball. It's hanging in the pocket. Bean made a ball on the break this time. She figured something out. Thank you, Jessie. Little twist. Welcome back, Sean.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It was time to get some beverages. Had to get some water and a Sprite.
This is a break and run so far for Bean.
Yeah, this match is definitely going back and forth. I think when Amber missed that 12 ball, it was kind of a little bit of a turning point
Yeah.
a couple racks ago. All right.
All right, Bean has taken the lead back. First time up in the set so far.
We are looking good to go hill for this match if it holds serve the way it is. Jasmine is putting on a clinic over on her table, up 6-1 over Christina Zlateva.
Yeah, you should have just seen her last out. It was great.
JD, that is correct. It is a race to 8. Every match from here on out will be a race to 8, with the exception of the finals. That will be one single race to 9.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the number's changed back. Sean is going to go tell them and get it fixed again. Could be an internet issue. It happens sometimes. Great break from Amber. This is looking like it should also be a break and run here. A little bit of a tricky layout, but she shouldn't have any problems.
Alright guys, we've got the bracket fixed. Not quite sure what happened, but should be good to go now.
She doesn't like taking this 12 now. I think she's too much angle. She doesn't want to come into that one.
Yeah, if she was able to hit the one thick, or thin, I think she'd be okay, but she just doesn't want to hit the face of it. Can't say I blame her.
Yeah, she just didn't want to accidentally get doubled up. Now she's got to take it and just try and come off of the right side of that one and leave yourself not on the rail, preferably. She doesn't mind a little distance.
Looks like she's going to try and drag out of it. Maybe clipping the left side of the one. This is very touchy. Oh, she didn't even touch it.
Great shot there.
Beautiful touch. This 15 should lead to the 8. Curious if she tries to go around the backside of the 7 or if she just tries to come straight back up. Maybe she's
going to come around and play the 8 in the same pocket. Or draw it, play the 8 in the same pocket. Either way, the 8's going in that pocket.
Yeah, it's going to make it there somehow. Could have used with a little bit more draw, but I think she's going to be just fine.
Jasmine is on the hill.
She was worried about that scratch. Tell by the body language. But she's knocked it down and knotted the score back up at 4 apiece.
Yeah, the faster you hit those, the more the cue ball pushes through the shot versus following the tangent line.
Yeah, almost like stunning off of it a little bit.
Are you enjoying your time here so far?
I've had a good time. I kind of tore one out a little bit last night.
Everybody celebrated a little bit last night. America's birthday. How can you not?
Yeah, it was the 250th, I think I heard.
249th.
Was it
Next
249?
year is 250, yep.
Yeah, 4th of July is it's a really big holiday for my family. My uncle, he passed away this year, but he used to throw the craziest 4th of July parties I've ever seen. We've almost burned down his house 3 separate occasions on 3 different years. It was...
Wow.
There's a lot of adult beverages being consumed and probably about $75,000 worth of fireworks at each one. It was a blast. So it was my first 4th of July without him here, and I decided to enjoy a few more beverages than I probably should have, but that's fine. We made it here on time this morning.
This was my second 4th of July without my dad.
Yeah, it never gets easier.
Nope.
But when you're
Hold your loved ones close, guys. You never know what could happen.
Absolutely. It does help to be in good company. I will say that the women's events are definitely my favorite. The camaraderie between all of the players, like on the table, obviously your competitors and your rivals, but the camaraderie between the players off the table is just second to none.
Oh, for sure.
Like, all y'all go out and hang out together. You travel around the country together. Definitely don't see that at the big men's tournaments. It does make it a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, you don't see them hugging each other after a match is over.
Right. They're reluctant to give each other a fist bump.
We're just as competitive. We're just better sports about it.
Yeah. Take the wins and the losses with grace better, that is for sure.
Bean's really thinking hard about this one.
Yeah, I think she's already used her extension for this rack on this shot. She did get a lot closer to the 7 than she wanted. I think she actually wanted to bump it to use it to stop her cue ball. She just happened to roll right up on it.
She did not want to be jacked up over this 3 either. I think she's going to be forced to take this 14 ball maybe, unless she can see the 12.
Very unfortunate miss there.
Very. Just going to give the advantage back to Amber, because if she runs out, she'll be breaking.
We are halfway through this match. Both players playing good. A couple minor mistakes from both. A couple of missed balls, but not very many.
Christina finally broke Jasmine's streak, getting another rack there. Yeah, she missed 2 8 balls earlier in the match. This could have been a much different set.
Yeah, absolutely. Jasmine's definitely one of those players that you can't afford to make any mistakes against. Christina's the same way. Christina's a world-class women's player living down in, I believe, Birmingham right now.
Yep.
Playing at a lot of the Iron City Billiards split brackets.
Yeah, when you're playing for that kind of money, oof. Oof.
Yeah, a couple houses have been purchased after those tournaments, that's for sure.
The 15-year-old kid who won it in January bought a boat.
Did he really?
He did.
Good for him. Oh, she's just barely squeaked it in there.
It was a perfect speed, too. She got on that 6 beautifully. Just pull it back for that 1 next. And the only tricky shot is getting to the 4. Or you can even try and play the 1 now and bump the 6 out and then get to the 4.
Yeah, I think it. I don't know if. Is she playing?
Yeah, she's going to come across and now then play the 1 last.
I actually do like that. Makes it a little bit easier. You just have to make sure you do not bump the 8 here. She should go well clear of it.
And should have the downward angle to come back up for the 8 in the same pocket as the 1. That's what she did not want to do there.
I think she's still going to be... Oh, never mind.
No,
The
it does
14
not go by. No.
has it.
The only shot I see is banking it 3 rails on the side.
And that is definitely something you would swing at.
I mean, what else do you have here?
You don't have a safety. You can't leave her anywhere on the table.
You don't even have enough of that 1 ball to put it in front of the 12. Unless she wants to just put it at that point, you're just kind of delaying the inevitable.
Yeah. You're just elongating a rack that you... It would take a big mistake from Bean for you to win.
Yeah.
All right, so she has used her extension. What is she looking at doing? Is she looking at kind of banking it off the left long rail and trying to put the 1 in front of the 14?
Like I said, that's another shot, but you're just delaying. She's going to safe you. That 8 ball is in a good spot to block.
She's trying to freeze up on the 9. She
She
hasn't
did
quite
not
got
get
there.
there.
Bean's going to have a relatively easy back cut on this 14. The only thing you have to make sure that you don't do is scratch in that top right-hand corner. But players of this caliber can definitely manipulate the angle.
Yeah, from here I like to go down for that 12 ball. No, she's playing the safe.
Can't say I blame her for that. She's made the 1 ball a lot tougher. That does not go in this bottom left-hand corner now. And
Maybe she couldn't see enough of that ball to make it. Amber's a little excited. She didn't think she'd be getting back to the table that time. That rack. She's running around a little quick there.
a little bit. Almost looking like Cheska. Man, I called Cheska's last match, and I felt so bad for Matt, one of the producers here at Expo. What a shot. What a shot.
Wow, that was a... Did she jump that, or did she, like...
No, she could see enough of it to just fire at it.
That was a great shot. She's going to be ecstatic after getting back to the table on that one.
Absolutely. She really punched that 1 ball in with authority. But during the Cheska match, Matt couldn't even keep up with camera angles. She would shoot so quick. I mean,
yeah, she's a quick one. I love watching her shoot.
She broke and ran a rack in, I want to say, like 92 seconds. It was just absolutely wild. You're a fast player, but I think she's got you a little bit.
A little bit.
That little sequence is definitely going to go on a highlight reel somewhere.
Christina's about to get another rack from Jasmine over here. You guys can all hear the applause in the background.
Yep.
The video feed is a little bit delayed.
nice break. I have a feeling I know what you're taking, but why don't you go ahead and let me know?
Let me wait for the ref to move out of the way. Oh, stripes.
Yeah.
All day. I mean, honestly, though, you can go for either one here. Everything has a pocket.
I think the biggest thing with stripes is the 14. Getting on that would be the toughest. I think that's why you see her electing to take solids. She can drop down underneath the 4 and play it all the way in the top left-hand corner. That's going to be a little bit less than ideal.
She should be able to see this one on the side, though. The 8 no longer goes in either bottom corner, though.
That was always going to be a little tough.
Tricky, tricky. Yeah, but like you said, though, with the 14 ball, I don't really think it's much. It might go in the corner past that 5 or that 4.
If it does, it's very tight, but these are 4.5-inch pockets with relatively newer felt. It is a little bit more worn in since we've played the tournament, but you can cheat the pocket a little bit at a slower speed.
She could even bump it out right now if she wants.
Using the 9?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just for that extra.
I actually think I do like that. You've got the perfect angle to go into the 14 really full. The 14 will hold the cue ball there for position on the 12 or the 13, whichever one you like. Really well done there. She could actually take the 14 now if she wanted to. Really nice positional shot there to get all the way back up for the 15. From here, are you dragging the cue ball out 2 rails and trying to play shape for the 14, or?
I mean, I think you should just try to get back to center table, right about where she is, and depending on I like the 14 before the 10. Just because you can come off the rail and back out to center table for the 10. It's a lot harder to get from the 10 to the 14. Oh, I don't think...
I think she's got there, but...
She's going to have to punch it off of that rail. Bean is called for an extension.
She's really taking her time trying to figure out how to play this shot, and I can't say I blame her. She has fallen kind of awkwardly on it. I think she'll be okay here. It is a tough shot on this 10. But that was about all she could get out of it. The only other thing she could have tried to do is maybe try to play for the window between the 2 or the 3, but that was always going to be super dangerous.
Jasmine is 4 balls away from beating Christina over here. If you hear big applause, you know it's because she finished.
Used all of the pocket there.
All right. Back and forth.
Who was it that used their break earlier? Was it Amber?
This rack was who won the lag? Bean won the lag.
No.
So that was Amber's rack.
The player break. Was it Amber that called her player break earlier, I think?
I'm not sure.
Can't quite remember.
All right, Jasmine. Yep, you hear all that, guys?
The room has erupted for Jasmine. Definitely 2 fan favorites between Jasmine and Christina.
We're going to have 12 and 2 o'clock. On the other side of the room, we are 5-5. Just trading racks over there. So switch them up.
Both of them are doing a really good job of making that wing ball on the side now.
Yeah, absolutely. They've kind of figured it out. I will say the every template rack you use is different. I mean, there are multiple different variations, and I was kind of toying around with this Taom template rack in particular the other day, and I was having a little bit of trouble trying to figure out exactly how the balls are reacting off of it. I mean, I had a couple balls go a diamond long, and then I tried to make a slight adjustment, and the balls ended up coming half a diamond short. I was like, man, this is a little bit difficult to figure out, but it seems like the ladies here have done a good job of it.
There's plenty of seating on the other side if you guys want to come and sweat this match.
We are a race to 3 away from figuring out who will be playing Jasmine in the semifinals tomorrow morning. Or, sorry, tomorrow afternoon. It starts at 12, right?
I believe
12-2 and 4:30 is the finals.
Yep. Hans, the female commentator with me, is one of the players in this event, one of the last 4 Americans standing, Ashley Benoit.
Hello.
Put on a great showing in such a tough field. Kudos to her.
Got taken out by Miss Pearl Chang Hill last match of the night.
Mike, this will be the last match of the day. After this, we will have our semifinalists, and we will come back tomorrow at noon. The first match of the day will be Cheska versus Margaret. And then the second match of the day will be Jasmine Ocean versus the winner between Amber and Bean here.
Benoit, yes, it is French-Canadian. Hi, Mike.
I see you've got a few fans in the chat.
Always feels good.
It's a rough life being a celebrity in pool.
I worked my way up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Earned every bit of what you've accomplished so far. All right, do you think she just slides over off the 14 for the 13 in the same pocket?
I don't know if it goes. Let's check side action here. I wish we had a rotating camera. Or an overhead would be nice, yeah. Let's see what she does here.
Oh, wow.
Tried to break into it. Yeah, she didn't have many other options there. Must not have gone. Honorary Canadian. Yeah, I guess so.
Man, both these players really letting their stroke out the last couple shots.
Amber's gonna have to find a way to break this 5 out here. I mean, Bean has lived in Australia for as long as I've known her. I think her first WPBA event was the same one as me, the Dr. Pool Classic in 22.
That sounds about right. Is she playing the 5-ball now?
She must. She must have the window.
It was definitely tight, but she got it.
2-1-6-8.
Key shot's definitely going to be the 1 to the 6.
Yes, Wayne, playing with Shane was amazing. Unfortunately, he's going to be in Saudi Arabia for Kansas City, otherwise I would be playing with him again.
Yeah. Have you picked a partner yet? You don't have to say who it is.
I have, yes. I cannot say who it is, though.
I was about to say, I know that they like to do their announcements.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of a heads up.
As to who I'm playing with?
Huh?
With who I'm playing with?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ada, hi. Nice to see you in the chat. Wish you were here.
Hi, Ada. I wonder why she didn't like playing the 1 to the 6 to the 8.
I'm kind of curious about that too. I mean, she ended up getting really good position.
Maybe she
from
got
the-
too straight on the 1 and she didn't like the angle on the 6.
Yeah. All right. Nice out there by Amber. She now only needs 2 before Bean gets 3 to advance to the semifinal against Jasmine Ocean. I will say it is kind of funny that I've been on almost every match that has gone hill-hill. That is my luck. I do enjoy it. It does make for a little bit of a long day, though.
Little bit, but we're pool players. We're used to it.
Yeah, just not quite used to waking up as early. More of a night owl, but
Yes, same.
that's what you get when you do tournaments, right?
Yep. Doesn't matter what side of the bracket you're on, you'll never not get some sort of a morning match. Yes, we've played a few times, Bruce. None recently. I haven't played her since, I think, South Carolina last year. I played her in the WPBA 3 times. She's gotten me every time, but I did better and better every time. And then I've played her in the split bracket down in Alabama, and I got the best of her there. And then I played her at a JP Newton 8-ball event up in New Hampshire last year, and I managed to get the best of her there. But she's got me on 9-foot 9-ball. Hi, Bonnie. We're not allowed to wear headphones on the stream, at least not WPBA events. I don't usually wear headphones. If there's music playing, I'll listen to it. But other than that, I have an inner commentary in my head. Never shuts up.
Adrian, it can lead to a long day staring at screens and talking about all the different possibilities for players to play, but it is a really fun job, and I do enjoy what I do. Mariana, the semifinal will start at noon tomorrow. All the matches will be on Table 1. This will be the last match of the tournament on Table 2. The first semifinal will be at noon, the second one will be at 2, and then the finals will be at 4:30.
Got a little funny there. The only shot I see is the bank on the 11. With the 7-1 tied up, though, I feel like you can play this bank if you follow it up and leave the cue ball on the rail, because the 2 doesn't pass the 14, I believe. Neither does the 5. And with the 7-1 tied up, you're not going to give her a shot at anything else, so it's kind of like a two-way.
Yeah.
Positional two-way. I think she might be able to... What does she see here? Very nice speed there. Did not leave Bean with much here at all. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've played APA.
I really don't see a whole lot of anything here for Bean.
I don't either. Honestly, I might just try and kick at this 7 or the 1-7 now. With her 2 balls still tied up over there, try and take what I have tied up out into the open.
Is she cutting at this 5? She is. She's done a very good job of it too.
What a great shot.
Almost got a really good bump off of the 11 to open the 2 up a little bit more. She's going to be just fine.
Thanks, everybody. You're so sweet.
All right, really good shot there, and she's actually got a really good angle.
Yeah, to come around. She might. This is a tricky out still. She's got 2 pockets, maybe 3 for the 6 that the 6 can go into.
Yeah, I think the angle that she has here is going to lead to her being able to drop underneath and play the 6 all the way in the same pocket as the 1. John Smith, it's Ashley Benoit.
I mean, if I miss a big shot, I just try to, refocus and regroup. Forget it ever happened, really. Like, that's all you can do. Because if you harp on it, then it's going to get in your head the next time you've got a big shot to make. She's jumping at this, too.
What a shot. I don't know if she's come away with anything, though.
I don't think so. She can kick and go for the 6 in the side pocket. If she doesn't hit it too hard, she should still be able to see this 8. Yeah, I think she's going to kick at it.
All right, well, on the bride's side, even though she's not at the table anymore, she has moved the 8 into an awkward position with the 13. That could end up coming back to hurt her a little bit.
I didn't have a favorite to win, but my finals pick was Cheska and Jasmine, so it's shaping up so far. But we'll see. We still got 2 more rounds to go before we get to the finals. That's a really good question, Fremont Street. I quit the APA when I found it just too hard to get the time off of work. I still needed to work, but I was requesting so much time off to travel that I couldn't delegate one night of the week to playing APA anymore. I would say that was back in, what was it, 2023?
Enjoying the music?
I am.
This is more your speed.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to come away with a really good angle here to break the 13 out. Maybe.
I don't know. She could play a nice safe here, though, if she wants to break out this 13 now without potting the 11.
Just moving the 11 down here by the bottom left corner and bumping the 13, leaving the cue ball behind the 8.
No, I'm playing the 13 and leaving it under the 8. Yep, I think that's what she's doing. She's just trying to get it to the rail and... Beautiful. Just like that. Yeah, especially APA, not only just like once a week, but, you know, if your team makes it to, you know, playoffs and regionals and states and all that, it's weekends that I'm probably going to be traveling anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant to have me on the team if I can't be there when you need me.
Right. When it matters the most,
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to show up.
Yeah, I was a 7 when I quit back in 23.
I'm going to assume a 7-9.
7. Well, I was a 7-8 when I quit.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just a lowly 7-7. I haven't played APA, and she almost drilled the kick right there. But she has left the cue ball really well.
And the 6 hanging in the pocket.
Yeah. I think she'll be okay with that result.
Amber's going to have to come up with one here.
This is definitely a tester.
What she could do here is back cut bank this 13 into the 6 and try and bring the cue ball up underneath because that 11 is blocking the shot to the corner for the 8 ball.
Yeah, I definitely like it. The only thing you really have to worry about is scratching cross corner at this angle.
If you throw some outside on it, though, you should be okay.
Yeah.
Extension called.
Another thing I really love about these women's tournaments is just how nice all of the ladies are to the basically all the staff. Kate Veselovska brought all of us these nice little keychain marker or
Who
keychain.
did?
Kate Veselovska.
I don't know that name.
She's from Poland. I don't think she plays WPBA very often. I think she primarily plays Euro tours. But yeah, she brought these nice little trinkets over for all the people working the event.
Cute.
Super thoughtful of her.
Wow.
She is just banking at everything. My goodness. That's almost one of the toughest things to do whenever you're sitting in your chair and you feel like you left something pretty decent and your opponent just fires at something and knocks it down.
And you're like, I can't do anything right.
Right. Like obviously there was a little bit of luck involved with that kick on the 6 and bringing the cue ball all the way back down, the 6 hanging in the pocket, but
yeah, I would try and draw this instead of force following it just because where that 9 is, where you need to stroke on the cue ball for that follow shot, it's just not there.
all right.
She can cut this in, come 3 rails up underneath this 8 ball, and play it in the corner opposite the 6. Let's see her take a deep breath there. breathing with her. I believe she's already taken her extension this rack.
She has. What a shot.
What a shot.
I think she's going to end up on the 50-yard line. A little bit above it.
She should be able to avoid this. Even just following it up, she'll come past the side pocket. I don't think she has to do anything special to this cue ball. Just make sure she aims center pocket.
She's had to work for every shot so far. Why not make it one more? Oh, no.
What a match so far, ladies and gentlemen.
It has been just back and forth the entire time. I feel bad for Amber there. She made so many good shots, just couldn't quite get in line.
Did she undercut that one just a little bit? Or over?
Actually don't remember. I think
she under.
I think she undercut it.
All right, Bean got that one back and is breaking. Oof, we're going to be here all night.
We sure are. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You might have to play your match before this one's done.
No, not till 11:30. I've got almost 3 hours.
How do you like a race to 2 to make it to the semifinals of the inaugural Women's World 8-Ball Championships?
Oof, exciting. Jasmine, Cheska, and Margaret are already in the semis. This is the last match to make it to Final Four to see who... Oh, no.
Man, it was going to hang up, and then the 15 just had to come ruin the
Ooh.
fun.
This Bean did beat Kelly Fisher, I think 8-4. 8-4 it was. Oh, no. She shut her out. It was a whitewash. I didn't know that.
That doesn't feel right.
Right? Which is, it says it was an hour and 57-minute match.
Yeah, that doesn't feel right at all. I feel like that score is off in some way, shape, or form.
Huh.
Might have to...
We're going to have to double check on that. That does not sound right.
Really nice shot there. I assume the referee might come out and remove the rack if Amber wants him to. Yep.
Yep.
They will pause the shot clock for the removal of the rack.
My match got bumped up to 10 p.m. Not 11:30 anymore.
Oh, that's good at least. Get to play it a little quicker. Do you know who your opponent is?
Yeah, his name is Gene.
Gene?
It was 8-4 Bean versus Kelly.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's what I thought. I don't know why it says 8-0 in the system.
I don't either, because I know for a fact it wasn't a whitewash. She overcut it. Alright. Bean is going to come to the table. She has a decent shot on the 12.
Will Bean be the first to get to the hill here? I think this 12 is her only shot right now.
Likes to play safe off the 11. I can't say I blame her. The 12 was a little bit tricky. Would have had to introduce a little bit of bottom outside to try and get back to the middle.
I like jumping over the 10 and 5, playing that 4 ball. I don't see anything good coming from playing into the 5.
She's just electing to move the 8.
That's a good shot.
What a nice touch. All right. Does she have a good angle here to go into the 8? Is she giving herself a good angle to go into the 8 from here?
I think she's trying, but I don't know what she's going to leave herself going that way.
Yeah, she'd have to clip it really thin to make sure she came back out.
Almost like playing the 9 and breaking it out. That way if you come off the top of the 8, you'll have either the 12 or the 14.
I actually really like this. I think she's
Just
going
to play another safe and put another ball down there to break it off of.
Really wanted to be on the back of the 10. It's kind of leaked out a little bit. She still will be kicking, I believe.
Yes, I don't see a jump here. Yeah, Allison is awesome. She's also probably one of the funniest players we have on tour, too.
Yeah. Whenever she was in Louisville, we all had a great time cutting up with her. She's just a really down-to-earth person.
Every time she lost her mom, she'd be at the slot machine, and Allison would joke that she's gambling all her winnings away.
Every time.
Every time. Yeah. She's making it very hard for Bean to break this 8 out here.
The referee forgot.
Forgot who was solids and who was stripes.
It does happen. We've all had long days here. Can't blame anybody at this point. The referees really haven't been getting many breaks.
No.
Now that we're narrowing the field down a little bit, they've been kind of rotating in and out. But we only had 5 referees for 8 tables at the beginning of the event. JD, we do not play 3 foul and 8 ball.
Yeah, that's not a thing for 8 ball.
It is normally just a rotation and 1 pocket rule. Someone's been cheating you, JD. All right. What is she going to do from here? Trying to come back up above the 11.
Trying to force her to kick at this 1 ball instead of a different ball. Just gonna kick out this 5 here.
I don't think she's going to get a rail.
No rail. This is tricky for Bean. I wonder what she's gonna do here.
Really nicely done there. She can come off this 9 and give herself any kind of angle that she wants on the 12 to try and break out the 8 and the 1.
So the semifinals and the finals will be played tomorrow starting at noon. It's going to be one match at a time from then on, so you only got to pay attention to one table at a time. Oh, nice speed there.
What a shot. All the fans around the arena acknowledging it.
I think she can see a little bit of this one ball. She might be able to just nip her right back underneath that 8. It's touchy, but if she gets it, that might be the rack for her.
I know it's super touchy and it's more of a one-pocket shot, but what about the kick and stick?
Yeah. Perfect.
Just like that. What a shot.
Now Bean's in a really bad spot here.
Yeah, the only ball she can really kick at's the 12. Where do you try and put the cue ball?
Yeah, she can't see a piece of anything to even try to push something onto something else to tie it up. Yeah, this rack was pretty open to start, and they turned it into a safety battle, hoping to outmove the other. Oh,
Wow.
right through. No.
That is honestly impressive.
Double scratch. That is really impressive.
It's honestly always kind of funny watching, like, you have a whole cluster of balls that you're going towards and being able to find that one gap that you can make it in between. I mean, the gap between the 12 and the 9 is not that big.
If Amber gets out here, she will be breaking on the hill. All she needed is a break and run to close it out. Easy peasy.
Yeah, nothing too.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
I know that rack deserved to be like a hell rack with how ticky-tacky it was becoming.
Absolutely. We almost got a Nick Barner wedge up in the top left-hand corner there for a minute. Some excellent safety play by both players, though.
All she has to do is pull it back about an inch to make sure she gets on that 5, maybe a couple of inches.
Nicely done there. I think she's got a really good angle to just go straight across the table for the 8 in the top left-hand corner pocket. All right, this 8 ball to be on the hill and breaking. It's kind of funny, her mechanics are always so good, and then she always puts a little bit of body language into the 8 ball shot. Adrian, on the hill means you need 1 rack to win the set or the match, whatever you want, whichever vernacular you choose to use. So in a race to 9, winning 8 games puts you on the hill. In a race to 8, like we're doing right here, getting to 7 puts you on the hill as well.
All right, sorry, Lonnie had to tell us something really quick. She's heading off to bed. Been a long day for her.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like she's potted a ball on the break.
Just giving this some real thought.
I think she'll use the 15 as an opener. I like the stripes personally.
I love the little clip that she wears in her hair.
Yeah. Really nice opener there to get on the 11. She is going to be a little bit elevated over the 6, but that shouldn't be too big of an issue. The biggest thing is she doesn't want to be straight in here.
Yeah. I'm curious what ball she's going to try to get to from here. Maybe she's trying to find the window between the 8-14 for the 9 next.
She has called her extension. Really wants to make sure she gets this shot right.
Yeah.
If she can make a good positional play for the 9, she should be looking good to run the rest of this rack out.
Looks like she's drawn this one out. That'll work.
I think that'll do it.
She could do the 13 or the 9 right now. She's got a couple options. Not super good options. That 9 is a little tricky to avoid those 2 balls coming around. The 13, I would just try and... Yeah. I think she's going to try and go around the 4 and try and run into the 5 or draw this out. Yep.
Really nicely done.
Beautiful shot.
Great position on the 13. The 13 will lead to the 10, and the 10 will lead to the 12. No real issues here.
Margaret won 8-4 over Mr. Koch.
Yeah, the room kind of erupted. Margaret is the hometown hero, as you would say.
Right now she's just going to try and twist this 10 ball over.
She's done really well there. One more good positional shot, and she will be moving on to the semifinals tomorrow.
Great shot right there.
That'll do.
Bean, look at Bean in the background.
A little animated.
Oh, she's so cute.
So excited. What a great display.
8-6. Wow. Just like I predicted.
Yeah, you had it right on the head.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate everybody for tuning into the stream today.
Yes. Great job, Amber. Great job, Bean, for making it this far.
Absolutely.
It was a pleasure to watch and commentate.
Absolutely. Thanks for hopping in the booth with
Yes.
me, Ashley.
Well, thanks for having me.
You know you're always invited back. All right, guys. We will be back at noon tomorrow on Table 1. Every match will be played on the Schuler-Bauer Arena table for the rest of the tournament. The semifinals will start at noon, and we will be back then.
Until then, have a great night.
Thank you, guys. Y'all be safe.